Let's start the lesson number 2. It is based on the strategic planning, the Pandavas. The war of Kurukshetra was not won by strength alone. The Kauravas had the larger army, greater resources, and more kings on their side. The Pandavas, though outnumbered, triumphed, not by chance, but through strategic thinking, team coordination, and clarity of purpose. This was not merely a tale of courage. It was a masterclass in strategic management, where intellect triumphed over arrogance and planning outshone might. The foundation of the plan. When the Pandavas were exiled for 13 years after losing the game of dice, their future seemed ruined. Yet, instead of surrendering to despair, they used that period as a strategic retreat, a time for reflection, alliance building, and preparation. Yudhishthira, the eldest, remained calm and patient, knowing that rash decisions could worsen their fate. Arjuna sought divine weapons through rigorous penance. Bhima honed his physical strength. Nakula and Sahadeva deepened their knowledge of medicine, cattle management, and astrology. Each brother specialized in a unique area, a perfect example of division of roles and skill-based specialization, the hallmark of effective management teams. Even during exile, they strengthened their network. They built alliances with kingdoms like Panchala and Matsya, laying the groundwork for future collaboration. Strategic foresight began long before the war itself. The blueprint of Kurukshetra. When the time for war finally came, Krishna, acting as their strategist and advisor, emphasized one truth. Victory is not only in fighting harder, but in thinking wiser. The Pandavas' plan for Kurukshetra was multi-layered, a combination of information, adaptability, and psychological insight. 1. Understanding strengths and weaknesses. The Pandavas knew the Kauravas' army was huge but undisciplined. They focused on smaller, agile formations and trained each warrior to act independently within coordinated units, an early form of decentralized decision-making. 2. Choosing the right leadership. The Pandavas didn't let hierarchy blind them. Each brother took command based on their area of strength. Yudhishthira as the moral center, Arjuna as the combat strategist, Bhima as the powerhouse, and Krishna as the ultimate advisor, combining ethical, tactical, and psychological intelligence. 3. Gathering intelligence. Information was a weapon. Spies, scouts, and informants constantly relayed enemy movements. The Pandavas used this knowledge to plan surprise attacks and countermeasures, mirroring today's data-driven strategy. 4. Flexibility and adaptation. They adapted to every challenge. When Bhishma was undefeatable, Krishna guided Arjuna to seek a solution through emotional insight, placing Shikhandi before Bhishma to exploit his vow. When Drona became unstoppable, they crafted a psychological trap using misinformation about Ashwatthama. Strategy, they knew, was not about rigidity but creative problem-solving. The night before the battle. On the eve of war, Krishna gathered the Pandavas. His words were calm yet filled with conviction. He said, "Remember, your strength lies not in numbers, but in your unity. You fight not for pride, but for justice. Let every move be guided by purpose, not emotion." It was not just a war briefing, it was a lesson in organizational focus. Every warrior knew their role, every commander understood the broader vision, and every move served a single purpose: restoring dharma, righteousness. The Pandavas' greatest strength was not their weapons, but their alignment of goals. In management terms, they achieved perfect strategic coherence, where vision, mission, and action aligned seamlessly. Strategic milestones of the war. Throughout the 18 days of battle, each day tested their planning. Day 1 to 9, the Pandavas observed and adapted, analyzing the Kauravas' formations. Day 10, Bhishma's fall, achieved through a mix of ethical intelligence and psychological strategy. Days 12 to 15, Drona's defeat, an example of crisis response through tactical deception. Day 17, Karna's fall, Strategic timing and use of Arjuna's preparation paid off. Day 18. Victory. Yudhishthira's patience and Krishna's wisdom prevailed. Their success was not due to luck or brute force, but strategic consistency, the ability to think, plan, adapt and execute under changing conditions. Leadership and strategic management insights. From the Pandavas' journey, modern leaders can draw deep management lessons. 1. Long-term vision. The Pandavas' patience during exile shows that every setback can be a phase of preparation. Great organizations plan beyond immediate failures. 2. Resource optimization. Even with fewer resources, the Pandavas achieved efficiency through skill specialization and teamwork, a lesson in lean management. 3. Adaptability. Plans must evolve with circumstances. The Pandavas' ability to shift strategy mid-battle exemplifies agile leadership. 4. Ethics and strategy. Despite the moral complexities of war, the Pandavas upheld dharma. In business, ethical strategy ensures sustainable success and trust. 5. Unity and collaboration. No brother acted for personal gain. Their strength lay in unity, a reflection of cross-functional teamwork in modern organizations. The legacy of strategic leadership. When the war ended, the field was silent again, filled with loss but also renewal. Yudhishthira, standing among the fallen, understood that victory comes with responsibility. The Pandavas' triumph wasn't about reclaiming a kingdom, it was about restoring balance through vision, discipline, and collective intelligence. In the end, it was not the might of their arms that brought victory, but the wisdom of their plan, the unity of their hearts, and the clarity of their purpose. In the next session, we will discuss about effective leadership balances morality and delegation. Yudhishthira managed the Pandavas by understanding each member's skills, ensuring coordination, fairness, and trust, proving that ethical team management enhances efficiency and cohesion. Thank you for listening and learning patiently.